This is my city, my home. It might be your city, or like yours, where law-abiding citizens go about their business of working and providing good homes for their loved ones, and where destructive forces of crime and evil are also at work. In one way or another, we're all enmeshed by crime. We're either on the side of law and order or against it. We're all in the battle between good and evil.
Come right in.
Are you Mr. Craig Kennedy?
Yes, I am. Won't you sit down?
Thank you.
Now, what can I do for you?
My name is Edith Mills. But before I can tell you why I came here, Mr. Kennedy, you must promise to keep what I have to say confidential.
I'm sorry, Miss Mills, but I can't do that without knowing the nature of your problem.
I must confide in someone, and I have no one else to turn to.
It's entirely up to you, Miss Mills.
I've come all the way from Riverdale to see the man I'm engaged to, but I can't find him.
And you can't go to the police because you're afraid he might be involved in a crime. Is that right?
Yes. This is his picture.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Howard Baker. You can see for yourself he has an honest face. And if you find him, this $1,000 bill is yours.
$1,000?
Well, if that isn't enough, you can have all of it. $50,000.
Miss Mills, according to the serial numbers, this money was stolen from a bank messenger.
I read about that shooting and robbery. I hoped and hoped that this money wouldn't be connected with it.
Let's put the bills back in the box, shall we?
Yes. It was silly of me to offer any part of them to you. But I only have $1.65 of my own money left, Mr. Kennedy.
Please sit down. You look tired.
Thank you. I walked here from my hotel room to save car fare.
Well, Miss Mills, I'll do everything I can to help you.
Thank you. You see, Howard Baker and I grew up together in Riverdale. He came here because he thought he could make more money with his private cab, so we could be married sooner.
What about the money?
Well, 2 weeks ago, I got my last letter from Howard. He said that I'd get a surprise gift package that wasn't to be opened until he returned. But his dog, King, that's him in the snapshot, tore it open when I went to the store for groceries.
What did you do then?
Well, I knew that Howard couldn't have earned so much money, so I took a bus down here to learn the truth. But when I went to his hotel room, the clerk said he'd checked out. The very day that he mailed the package to me, Mr. Kennedy.
How long have you been in town?
This is my 6th day. I've looked and looked for him.
Did you find any clues? Anything to go on?
Well, I read the personal columns.
You mean the want ad pages?
Yes. He knows how I like to read the funny ones. I thought he might try to reach me that way.
Yes, he might.
That's just it. He has. Here.
Freckles. Contact Big Boy. Room 43, 271 East River Street. I gather that you are Freckles.
Yes, Mr. Kennedy. He started calling me that when I was a little girl. And he's Big Boy.
Did you go to the address?
Yes, but it's in such an awful neighborhood, I was too scared to go in.
That's understandable. The East River District is a tough section.
I know that Howard was forced into this. If we return the money, they won't put him in jail, will they?
I can't promise you that, Miss Mills. Also, the bank messenger may die.
But Howard didn't shoot him. He's afraid of guns. He never owned one.
The problem is to find him and learn how he was involved in this crime. Do you still want my help?
I don't want him put in jail, Mr. Kennedy. I love him.
I'll do the best I can, Miss Mills.
All right, Mr. Kennedy. I'll do whatever you say. Anything to help Howard.
Good. By the way, how did you happen to come to me?
I've read about you many times in the newspapers.
Suppose you tie the string around the box again. I'll be back in a moment.
Inspector Burke speaking. Oh, hello, Kennedy.
I hope you're sitting down, Inspector.
What is this, a gag? Yeah, all right. I've got a firm grip on myself. Go ahead. Hey, what are you doing? Kidding me, Kennedy? I've got enough gray hair already. Well, all right. What I have left, then.
Just a bad joke, Inspector. But I do have the $50,000 here in the lab.
Did the crooks walk in and hand it to you?
Not exactly. Hold on a moment, Inspector.
That man's here with your newspaper. Come on, sweetheart, open up. Howdy doody, Craig. How's... Well, hello there.
If you're looking for Mr. Kennedy, he's in there.
Who'd want to talk to a criminologist with a gal like you around? My name's Walter Jameson.
How do you do?
Oh, what did we hear? Friend of yours?
Yes.
Right. Goodbye.
Honest, you needn't be afraid of me. I helped Mr. Kennedy with a lot of his cases.
He's quite harmless, Miss Mills.
Oh, so that's her name, Mills.
Miss Mills, this is Walter Jameson. He's a reporter with the Evening Star.
How do you do, Mr. Jameson?
I'd be doing much better if I knew the score.
You'll get the details later, Walt. May I have the clipping and the picture, please? Oh, it's all right. Mr. Jameson can be trusted. Thank you. Where are you living now, Miss Mills?
At the Rex Hotel on 6th Street.
Stay there until you hear from me. Mr. Jameson will drop you off.
Yes, Mr. Kennedy.
He'll ask you dozens of questions, and you can answer freely. And, Walt, whatever she tells you is not for publication. Yet. Understand?
Right, Craig. I'll carry this for you.
Mr. Kennedy.
Oh, let him have it. I want him to stop at police headquarters.
Police headquarters?
It's all right. It's all right. Deliver the package to Inspector Burke.
Oh, a box of 5-cent cigars for him, huh?
$50,000 worth.
$50,000? Craig, you mean that?
Yes, Walt. $50,000 in cash.
Yipes!
Take good care of it.
Will I? I feel important already.
And after you deliver the money, I'd suggest that you and Miss Mills drop in at a restaurant.
Why not? I'm rich. Let's go, Miss Mills, and relax. I won't bite you. We'll have filet mignon, champagne, maybe caviar.
As I said, Miss Mills, he's quite harmless. Go along with him.
Thank you, Mr. Kennedy.
Glad to be of service. I'll check with you at Burke's office.
Right, Craig.
$271 East River Street.
Our visitor has arrived.
Get on the phone.
Yes, Natalie.
Be careful, Chuck. It's a stranger.
Cop? All right, I'll take care of him. But keep your eyes peeled. Well, what's all the excitement?
I'm looking for Howard Baker.
What do you want with him?
Is he here?
Come on in. All right, wise guy. What do you want to see Baker about?
This is strictly personal.
Oh, it is it? Turn around.
on your feet, mister. You've got a date with Inspector Burke.
Here. Phone me. Hi, baby.
Hi. He went into the building across the street. Name's Craig Kennedy, a criminologist.
Criminologist? How'd Baker get hooked up with a guy like him?
You got me. But one thing for sure, he knows something about Freckles and Big Boy.
And the 50,000.
Well?
You keep driving around the block. Watch the entrance to the building. We're gonna have company.
What'll we do with him?
Same thing we're gonna do with Baker. 50 grand's a lot of money. If you don't see me in 15 minutes, beat it.
Have a cigarette?
Yeah. Mr. Kennedy,
Yes, what can I do for you?
I want to talk to you.
Of course. Come in. Won't you sit
Hold
down?
it, Kennedy. You're taking me to Edith Mills and the $50,000. All right, Kennedy. I got a friend waiting downstairs in a car. And take off that nightshirt. All right, hop to it.
You a friend of Chuck Lanson?
Never heard of him. Quit stalling.
Hold it.
What's going on?
This man wanted me to take him to Edith Mills, Inspector.
Oh, he did, huh?
Yes, and he has a friend waiting downstairs in a car.
What kind of a car? Oh, thanks. Keep him company for a few minutes, Kennedy. I'll go have a look-see.
Right.
Let's make a deal. You know something about that 50 grand. We'll move out of here before the cop gets back.
But why not cut the inspector in on it, too?
No sign of his friend downstairs, but I picked up this.
Hi, Walt.
Get anything out of him?
No, he doesn't know Freckles or Big Boy. Here's his wallet. A few cards and a pawn ticket.
Olin Harvey, eh? No address. Where do you live?
I just ran away from home.
He doesn't know Howard Baker either.
Who was the friend you had waiting for you?
I haven't any friends.
I can understand that all right.
I'd suggest we take a little trip to 271 East River Street. Maybe he's known there.
Okay.
I don't know anybody there. I haven't any friends. Remember?
Too bad. We'll stop off at Lonesome Hearts Club.
We're wasting time. Let's get started.
Nuddling. Yeah.
Ah, choke yourself.
Nuddling. Yeah.
Well, what do you want?
Drink of water, please. Where's Olin? Did he run into the cops?
I don't talk to double-crossers.
Wait a minute. You look worried. Come on. Out with it. Where's Olin?
Why do you keep asking me?
I don't know. Maybe playing a hunch.
For instance?
Well, he could have run into the cops. Anyway, if you play along with me, you stand a better chance of cutting in on that 50,000.
I'm not very good at riddles, Howard.
Okay. Can I have a smoke?
No one here.
See, I told you I didn't know anybody in this joint.
Yeah, he's a perfect stranger around here.
I'll radio in for a man to cover this place. Get going, Lonesome. Here's the mate, Kennedy. Olin Harvey, age 35, small-time hoodlum. One arrest for burglary, served 2 years. Last known address, 9741 Monica Street, apartment house. Checked with the landlady, said he lived there for 4 months.
That ain't a crime.
You still say you don't know anything about Howard Baker and the $50,000 bank messenger holdup?
Honest, I'm telling the truth.
Did you get the report from ballistics on his gun?
Yep. The boys say it was used to kill the bank messenger.
That bank messenger was wounded. Oh, I read about it in the newspapers.
Mortally wounded, Olin. He died less than an hour ago.
That places you in a bad position, owning that gun.
It isn't mine, Kennedy.
No?
No, I found it.
What about Howard Baker?
Told you, never heard of him. Who is he?
One of your pals on the holdup job. Maybe if I told you a little bit more, you'd remember him.
Go ahead. Take your time. And don't leave anything out. I haven't any place to go.
We have witnesses who saw the getaway. 3 men and a girl in a private hack.
Wasn't me.
What about Freckles and Big Boy?
You tell me.
Any questions, Kennedy?
Yes, Inspector. I suppose you didn't have anything to do with that ad in the newspaper about Freckles and Big Boy.
No, not a thing, remember? And anyway, what is this business about Freckles and Big Boy?
Make it simple, Craig, so you'll understand every word.
The purpose of the ad was to lure Edith Mills to the River Street address.
Look, I got a girl. I don't have to run an ad to get one.
The girl who was with you in the holdup?
Oh, change the record, will you?
We'll change it, all right. When we do, there'll be a charge of murder and armed robbery on it.
So Olin Harvey got grabbed by the cops, huh?
Yeah, and Craig Kennedy had a hand in it, Bob.
Sure, that's the guy Natalie followed from River Street.
You already said that, Howard.
What are you so jumpy about?
What if Olin and Chuck talked?
They didn't, and they won't.
Besides, if they had, the cops would have picked up me and Howard by this time.
I don't know about this whole setup.
What do you mean? You agreed to take the hot money off our hands?
That was before you fouled up the deal. How do you know your girlfriend Edith didn't tell the cops all about this? Even give them the money.
I told you before, Bob. If she went to see this guy Kennedy at all, she only asked him to find me.
Think so, huh?
Yeah, and I'll bet you money, chalk, or marble, she's still got the 50 grand, and it's still in Riverdale.
Well, the kid's in love with Howard.
Yeah, she'd do anything for me.
All right. Why didn't she go to the River Street address herself?
Like I told you, she was afraid. Craig Kennedy was looking for me, not for the money.
Still think it'll work, eh?
Sure it will.
What have we got to lose? We'll run the new ad in all the papers in town. If she comes to your office alone, I see her. If she comes to the law, I don't see her. And you don't know her.
What do you say, Bob?
I don't know. That hot money ain't worth much now.
What's that?
You heard me.
All right, how much?
Oh, 35 cents on the dollar.
You said 50 cents on the dollar before.
Take your business someplace else.
All right, 35.
It's 30 now.
It's a deal.
All right, write out a new ad. Make sure it works this time.
It will.
And, Miss Mills, Mr. Jameson's newspaper only carried the news of Olin Harvey that we wanted them to know.
But, Mr. Kennedy, this ad appeared in the personal columns this morning. Is Freckles still in town? I must do something about it.
Yes, we saw this ad, too. But it's too dangerous for you to tackle. Miss Mills, it'd be much better for you if you forgot Howard Baker.
But I can't. I love him.
I'm afraid you don't understand. Howard Baker will be sent to prison.
But I've already turned back the money. And the bank messenger didn't die.
I'm sorry, but the bank messenger did die.
Oh, no. Howard isn't a killer.
Well, perhaps he isn't. But you'll have to help us prove it.
How?
By letting us handle everything. We'll run the proper ad in the personal columns.
Freckles is still here and would like to see Big Boy. What'd I tell you, Bob?
Don't get too excited. I just hope it's a girl answering you.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
Let's get it set. What'll I say?
Here, I'll take care of it.
Here it is, right in the middle of the personals. If Freckles still loves Big Boy, Come to 610½ Front Street. Bring gift with you.
Every newspaper carried that same ad, yet we couldn't get a line on who placed it.
Yeah, they're plenty smart. Our counter girl found the typed copy attached to a $5 bill. Under ordinary circumstances, we wouldn't have run the ad.
Any news about Howard Baker's cab?
Not a thing. We still haven't found it.
I feel sorry for Miss Mills.
Yeah, and she's pretty, too.
No, I didn't think you'd noticed it, Walt.
Too bad Jameson can't get a nice girl to go for him, eh, Kennedy?
Not so fast, Inspector. I never get serious with any one gal. My work demands a lot of my time.
Yeah, I know. Say, this Mills girl, get the reward for returning that money. I'll bet she spends every dollar by trying to get her boyfriend out of jail.
Love does strange things, Inspector.
Yep. Even to him. Say, I checked that address. 610½ Front Street. Place is run by Robert White, a phony importer.
Anything on him?
Nothing definite. He's got a bad reputation. I hope everything works out all right, Kennedy.
Well, what do you want?
I represent Freckles.
Come in.
Thank you.
I see you brought the gift with you.
Oh, yes. Yes, I did.
I expected Freckles herself.
But I am authorized to do business for her.
Hold it, mister. Howard? He says he can do business for your girlfriend.
What's your name?
What difference does it make? Here is the gift.
Put it on the desk. Stand still. Now, Mr. Whatever your name is, we'll get this over with.
Wait a minute, Howard. Won't you ever learn? Let's see if he really brought the money.
He's right, Howard.
It better be there.
White, Baker, and the girl are waiting for you, Inspector. They'll come too in a minute or so.
Won't they be surprised when they find themselves handcuffed?
Best story I ever wrote, said the editor.
Oh, what do you know, Kennedy? This newspaper says Howard Baker turned state's evidence to get a lighter sentence. And Olin Harvey killed the messenger.
Did some reporter actually write that?
Yeah.
What is this? Of course I wrote it, and it's all true. Edith Mills has already hired the best lawyer she can get. There goes her reward money. Can I have some ice cream?
Did you hear somebody say something, Inspector?
No?
I said, can I have some ice cream?
Oh, it's Walt.
Oh, Walt, here, help yourself.
Thanks.
And so ends the case of fugitive money.